Hi, I'm Eagle Eye Fi.
I'm Ozone. I'm competent.
And I'm Clueless, and we are back, but we are not playing.
We're not playing anything. We are reviewing the game Sheepy, A Short Adventure.
Yeah, we just finished playing it, and we decided that we were going to start trying to do reviews on each of our games as we finish playing them.
Right. So this one is a free, small, side-scroller type of game. Came out in February 24, but it's free. I mean, that's the big thing about it that is really nice.
Yeah.
From a guy named Mr. Suicide Sheep. Okay. We'll just accept that and move on. So Fi played this one. All we knew about it is that it had a sheep.
Yep.
And she likes sheep.
And I specifically did not want to be spoiled.
So overall, I mean, give it a, I don't know, what do you think initially? You like your high level feelings of it?
It was interesting. I keep sort of saying just it was interesting. I was not fond of the story. The artwork was okay. And
the style, you've got to be, you got to like that style, I think.
Yeah.
And I do, but that's
okay.
Fine. It was difficult for you though. It was a side scroller, which we've done before, which you've done before. But it was hard for you. You struggled.
Yeah, a few times because it wasn't terribly clear what you were supposed to do.
Yeah, and that's one of my complaints about it is there's really not a lot of hand holding as you progress. In fact, at one point when we picked up the bull run ability, we were stuck in a room for like 10 minutes because we didn't know how to get out.
Right.
We didn't really know how to use it. It gave us some pop-up saying, press this button to trigger it. But we needed more.
Yeah.
Because we got stuck.
Yeah. So tell us about the stuff that the real gamers know. Like I don't know, what does your computer need to have to be able to play it? Because I don't know that stuff.
Oh, honestly, it's a really simple, it's a really lightweight game. It's not very demanding on the resources. It takes 2 gigs of RAM, less than half a gig of installed space, which is really small.
2 gigs of RAM, less than half a gig?
2 gigs of RAM and half a gig of space on the hard drive. So really small.
Like I know what that means.
Really small game by today's standards. I mean, I've installed games that were hundreds of gigabytes on the install.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Baldur's Gate 3. It's
okay.
Huge. But even Split Fiction was 80 gigs.
Really?
And this is not even 1 gig.
Wow. Okay.
So really small by today's standards. 2 gigs of RAM is any new computer is going to have way more than that, and most of your older computers are going to have more than that. So it's a really accommodating game for older systems, especially.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. So, but otherwise, like we said, it's free. It has overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam, which is really good. But because it is lacking in its direction, it really favors an experienced gamer, somebody that that likes the side-scroller genre, the pixelated art style, and has that good breadth of experience under their belt, in my mind.
Okay.
So, and that's why you struggled with it a little bit.
Yeah. Did you, before we jump into me though, did you find any bugs or anything?
No.
No,
everything seemed pretty stable. I liked some of the mechanics that they employed there. The little spinny black holes that grabbed you and flung you around. Yeah. That was an interesting take, an interesting addition, an interesting change to the progression.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay.
My other big complaint, though, is that it is very dark graphically. It's really hard to see things. And the indications of what our handholds and what our other ancillary art, decorations. The difference between things you can interact with and the things that you can't.
Right.
Is sometimes very, very hard to, very, very small.
Right. Yeah.
It's hard to know.
Yeah, and there's like some hidden areas where you're like there was one point where there was a hidden tunnel in a cliff, and I don't think that's really giving anything away because there's a
Lots of clips.
100,000 cliffs. Um, but yeah, and the only reason I found it was because I accidentally landed in it. You would never ever know that there was a tunnel there.
Yeah. I thought about that too. I mean, on the one hand, that's what makes it a secret, but on the other, there usually is some kind of tell, usually some kind of hint about where secrets are.
Right.
I didn't really see that in some places.
No.
So.
And then as for the story, I really kind of found it lacking because it started out with a little bit of a story, in that you're waking up in like a junk pile and you walk over into like this, I don't know, sewers or
service tunnels of some kind.
Yeah, or wasteland. And then you end up in, like, I don't know, a big corporation, which turns into a mine. And there's a little bit of story to keep going where people are leaving you notes and saying, oh gosh, I can't believe what happened here. And you've got things saying, turn back now. But, I mean, so it draws you in a little bit and you're like, what the heck is going on here? Where am I? What am I doing? And why am I a sheep?
Why are you a sheep? Yeah. I mean, you literally play a stuffed sheep that is magically brought to life.
Right, with absolutely no reasoning for it. And then there's no real end of the story. I mean, you get an end level, which is cool, but there's no end to the story. Like
it didn't wrap up with a nice neat bow.
There was no bow whatsoever. There was no ribbon.
Right. No, it ended with the end ?
Right. Right.
Which is clever. I can appreciate that.
Yeah, but there was no story of like, why was this business here? Why was it going bad? What
was the experiment? How did it go wrong?
Right.
And what happened to everybody else in the world? Because it seems like everybody's dead.
Right. So unless those things were hidden in some of the secret areas, which I
could be.
Yeah, it's possible. So let me know if you've played it and you found something that I didn't. But yeah, the story, I found it really lacking. It unsatisfying, I think, is the right.
And the end level kind of made no sense to me.
Right. Yeah.
It's like, okay, we were down deep in a mine and now we're
up in heaven.
Up in heaven?
Question mark? I don't know.
Another planet, another plane. I don't really know. So.
The art was okay. It was cute. It was simple. It was like 90s side scroller style.
It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be.
Yes, I agree. But yeah, it wasn't one of those that I look at and I'm like, oh my God, that's so gorgeous. You know? I didn't get that from it. So it was okay. It was fine. It was again not terribly intriguing, but also not like repulsive. I mean, somebody worked real hard on it.
Yeah.
They certainly draw better than I do, so I can't.
I'm sure they're very proud of it.
Yeah, I can't like complain too much about it, but yeah, it was fine. It was fine. As for ease of play, it wasn't too bad, but there were some places where it was quite challenging.
The fight sequences were quite challenging.
Yes, and there was like absolutely no way to tell what you were supposed to do. You just had to die a bunch of times and figure out what didn't work until you finally accidentally stumbled on something that kind of did work.
Yeah, exactly.
There was no
real hint about
what you're supposed to do.
The first fight, to me, I saw it right away what you were supposed to do. But the second fight, I had no clue.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was interesting.
And there might have been a third fight. We skipped an area. It didn't affect the gameplay, really. We were able to finish the game just fine. But there was definitely areas that we skipped.
Yeah, there were areas that we skipped, but I don't think that you can totally skip a boss fight. I think they usually find ways of funneling you to the boss.
Usually you do. I mean, I agree.
Yeah.
So it must not have been that important.
Yeah, I guess.
So,
for variety or repetitiveness, it wasn't bad. It was always throwing new things at you. So I didn't
It
feel
definitely,
bored playing it at
yeah,
all.
it wasn't the same mechanics over and
No,
over and over again.
no, you got new
Abilities
abilities that you got to use as you went through the game. So that was cool.
and levels custom made to
Yes.
require those abilities.
Yes, true. Yes.
You couldn't just do the same old jump run that you do at the very beginning.
Right, right. Each level required the skill that you just got to get through it.
Yeah, yep.
And yeah, so that's the main thing, is that the story is my main criticism. It really was a disappointment for me. There was no payoff whatsoever.
And the fact that you're a sheep is completely irrelevant.
Yeah, and the fact that it's called Sheepy, which seems like a cute thing, it was definitely not a cute chill game. This was definitely like a battle type of game.
Yeah.
So
now, I will say, I mean, there are people that are going to like this, especially at the price point. And what it is really good at, I think, because it is so short, is people that are completionists. They want to find all the secrets, and people that like to speed run.
Okay.
Because you can do the speed run of the game and be done in probably 15-20 minutes once you get good at it.
Yeah.
And so I know that there are speedruns posted of it.
Oh,
and so I think people that like that kind of thing would like this game for that reason.
Okay, cool.
So,
all right, well, that's good to know, because that's not a thing I had thought about at all.
Yeah, yeah. But overall, what's your rating?
I rated it 2.5 out of 5. So a little less than we're considering 3 to be about average. And I rated it a little bit less than that because I didn't like the payoff.
You struggled, and the story didn't sit well with you.
Yeah.
Right. So I rated it at 3.5. It gets dinged.
Out of 5.
Out of 5, yep. It gets dings because of its lack of direction. I know there are people that are going to like that. But it's better than your average game. I mean, it's a very good playable game, in my opinion. And the price point of free, which we're harping on yet again, definitely ratchets the rating up for me.
Yeah. I should probably give it an extra bonus point for being free, because there are so few games that are free.
So few,
and I really like that they were willing to put in all this work and then put it out for free.
Yeah.
I think there was a long list of names at the end, so I think it might have been
Patreon
funded.
Yep.
So that's really cool. So for those of you who funded the game, thank you.
Yeah,
I really appreciate it. And I really like that they put it out for free. So I should probably give it a bonus point for being free.
Yeah. We've already made our things, I think.
Yeah, but it is definitely worth the price.
Definitely worth the price, absolutely.
And do we recommend the game?
I would say if you are the kind of gamer that we've talked about, an experienced gamer, maybe somebody that specifically likes side scrollers, then absolutely.
Or if you want to try this type of game, a side scroller with some real battle stuff in it, but doesn't take too terribly long.
I think you would have gotten frustrated and would not have quit.
Would have quit.
Would have quit. Yes.
Yes. There were a few times there when I am certain that I would have determined that it was a skill issue with me and that I'm just never going to finish it. I would have set down the controller and walked away a few times.
So, not an easy game.
No.
I mean, there are definitely some difficult moments to it. And there are people that like that.
Right.
So.
Yeah. So, anyway, that's what we are doing with this. And if you're interested in finding out more about what our ratings actually mean, we've taken some time to write them down below in the description. We're not going to go over it all now, but you can see what what would be a 1 for us and what would be a 5 for us. So.
Yep.
Yeah. So since this is our very first time doing this, we've got all these notes that we made about the game itself, but we have absolutely no idea how to wrap this up. So how do we wrap it up?
So in summary, we've got 2.5 and 3.5 as our ratings. And we say, yeah, give it a try.
Give it a try if you think you'd be into it.
So we'll catch you in the next episode, the next game. Until then, remember, be excellent to each other.